Alright guys, so time has come. I'm finally heading up to Maine to go grab the Scout. Thankfully the house is getting done while I'm gone. Siding's going up. I'm gonna move the single cab, I think in the morning when I get back, up to my brother-in-law's property to make some room. But yeah, so packing light, heading up to Maine. It's gonna be like a super quick trip up and back to grab that Scout so I can get that started. Alright guys, so we're in the basement of this barn, and here it is. The Scout project. Pretty excited to get this thing started. We're going to push it out today because it does need carb work. But if I could get it started, it does drive, as far as I know. So that'll probably be the first thing I do when I get it back to the house, is I will work on getting the carbs rebuilt, get this thing starting and running. And once that happens, then I'll feel comfortable tearing it down to the frame and to start the restoration process. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty fun project. So we've had quite a bit of trouble trying to get this Scout out, just because the frost is going out, so the ground's super sloppy. It's so much too much rope. I don't think this rope will survive, but we're gonna try it. Yeah, that rope's just stretching. I think I'm gonna go back down, use the strap. We tried with the tractor, but the tractor kept getting stuck. And we left some ruts there with the Duramax, so I think we'll float here though. All right, so I got the truck hooked up to the Scout. Let's go wait for Ryan's thumbs up. Hopefully we won't get stuck here. Spinning pretty quick. Why is that Scout so hard to pull? Oh man. Oops. All right, so here I am in the Scout. We've had horrible luck trying to get this thing out of here. Got the Duramax stuck trying to pull it out. It's just like a foot of soppy mud and then frost underneath. If you guys are from the Northeast, you understand how miserable that is. So the neighbor with the tractor's actually got a winch he uses for pulling wood out of the logs out of the woods. He's gonna winch this thing out of here, so I guess just gotta steer it. All right, so we got a little bit stuck trying to get the Scout up the hill. Got some cleaning to do on both vehicles, but here it is in all its glory on the trailer. Cannot wait to get this thing started. It's gonna be a crazy transformation. It's gonna be a pretty cool rig. But I gotta try to beat some, get some daylight driving in, head back down to Connecticut. And yeah, I'll when I get home, I will go over this thing a little more about the plans for it. So we got kind of a rainy day, but first thing I'm gonna do on the Scout is I'm gonna clean it up while it's on the trailer so I can get underneath and clean it. Got a battery. I'm gonna see if I can get this battery serviced and working. If not, I'm gonna throw a new battery in it. But I'm gonna try and get it started. No high hopes for it, but I am definitely just gonna clean it up, get it off the trailer, and then I'm gonna move this out of here for a little bit, just to make some room so I can work on this a lot easier. Hooked up to the LLY here, trying to boost it. Not quite enough yet. All right, so I'm just trying to get it cleaned up a little bit. I've got the battery charging off of my LLY. Trying to see if I can get that. Battery's not even a year old that's in it, so I'm trying to get that to revive, hopefully. But I'm gonna let it charge for a while, and while I'm cleaning it, obviously it'll be charging. So try to save as much time as I can. So I got to get that truck on this trailer soon and get it tonight anyways, and get it out of the yard. But yeah, so I'll take some film. I'll do as much footage as I can cleaning this, but it's kind of hard to hold the camera and clean at the same time, so I'll get what I can. Obviously this is a full restoration, so I'm not going to waste a bunch of money on expensive cleaners right now. I rinse it down. I'm going to do some degreaser on the wheels and tires, get those cleaned up, do a super simple concentrate foam on this, just to kind of get it cleaned up so you can see what we're working with. But once all the paint's all done, then we'll be using some real nice sealer and stuff on it. This right here is one of the fun parts, getting things cleaned up with some simple degreaser and realizing how dirty stuff can get just from sitting. Like, he hasn't been driving this around as far as I know. It's just all from sitting in the bottom of that barn. But it's make a big difference. Hopefully I can get it over to the body guy soon so he can get me a timeline on the body work. So I got it cleaned up quite a bit. You couldn't even see through these windows before. I haven't touched the inside, but I'm gonna get it on the ground to clean the roof and the hood and the grill. So I was able to kind of spray up underneath and get some stuff clean. But honestly, cleaned up pretty decent. Looks a lot better than it did. And yeah, definitely gets a little more inspiration going for getting this thing all done. Such a great cloudy day, but kind of anxious to see if this thing starts. See if it'll even turn over right now. It does turn over, but not quite fast enough. Wish I had a booster pack. We got a really nice day out today, so doing a couple things on the Scout. Picked up this Charger from Harbor Freight. We'll see how it does. Read some pretty decent reviews. It's not the big one, but if I need to buy a big Charger, then like a roll around, then I'm definitely just gonna run something better than Harbor Freight. I'll throw the battery in the Charger. I also grabbed a fuel filter, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find the fuel filter on this, change the fuel filter, see if I'm getting spark, and try and get this thing started. But right now I'm just gonna work on getting it cleaned up for this video. I'm also trying to get all the woodwork and stuff out of the shop so I can get the Scout in here out of the weather. The construction of the Charger itself is kind of cheap, but the cords actually feel decent. And it's kind of cool. It's got a little LCD screen here. Cool. Here, I'm not even pointing at it. Let's see if we can get this thing to take a little bit of a charge here. It actually has a recondition mode. This battery's less than a year old, but it was completely dead. It did take a little bit of a charge when I was boosting the Scout, so I'm hoping this thing's gonna come back to life. And if you guys are curious, these are a bunch of oak beams that I had milled down. I'm gonna make a tabletop out of, but that'll be a separate video. All right, so I got some air in the tires, make it a lot easier to push around. They had about 15 pounds in them. I got them up to just above 30, between 30 and 35. Not to be too specific right now because I'm not driving it around, but it smells pretty musty in here. I'm gonna start cleaning this out. Maybe get rid of these seat covers. I'll put them off to the side just in case Ryan wants to keep them, obviously, but put that off to the side. I'll confirm it with Ryan, but as far as I know, we're not gonna have any carpet or anything in here. I'll still keep all this stuff, but we're going to do like a spray and bed liner in here instead of having carpet that water can get trapped under and stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. If you guys don't know, the hood latch on a Scout, right there in the middle, kind of cool. But I got a little bit of cleaning up to do in here. I'm gonna vacuum some of this garbage out. Put the battery in here once it's charged. Kind of clean some of that rust out of there. It's definitely wet under the, I mean, it needs seals. I'm gonna do a whole new reseal of this motor. Put all new seals everywhere. I'm gonna call them the local machine shop and see how much it costs them to rebuild the whole thing, hone it, re-ring it, just to see. But, oh, nice, easy. There's my fuel filter. So yeah, I got a new fuel filter. I'm gonna chuck in here. And it's clear so I can see if I can see fuel moving or not. But yeah, we're gonna try and get this thing started up. Well, I'm gonna try to get a first start out of this thing in this video. And I'm gonna put this battery on like a reconditioned cycle on that Charger overnight. Hopefully we can save it. If not, I'll do a new battery, but I'm thinking of doing a dual battery setup in this thing for Ryan anyway, so we can run a winch a little bit better. But hopefully we get a first startup in this video. That'd be kind of cool. Well, it filled the new filter up with fuel, so it is pulling. Obviously not the best fuel. I should have this dipped in a brand new bucket of fuel. Maybe I'll do that later. But trying to get the kick right now. Might not have fire coming out of that. It looks like all new plugs and wires, new distributor. Definitely not a new coil, so maybe that's it, but I don't want to go too crazy and oversaturate under this hood, but I'm just hitting it real quick and cleaning up. Obviously, like, we're doing a full restoration, so this is all going to get redone anyways, but it's so nice to have a little bit of a clean slate to even see what you're starting with, honestly. So it's a simple purple power degreaser, and then I'll gently rinse it. Obviously, usually you never spray under the hood of a vehicle like this with that much water, but in this case, it's all coming out anyways and all getting redone. But I just want to clean things up a little bit, or quite a bit, I should say. Just make everything a lot tamer under the hood here to kind of see what we're working with. So pretty happy with that for today on the exterior. And batteries on the Charger. Might have to get a new one, like I already said. But yeah, I'm gonna close this hood and I'm gonna start cleaning the inside up a little bit more. I already hit it a little bit with some cleaner, but it's gonna get hit with something harder, obviously. I've only got a little bit of time left today for this, but hopefully I can have a pretty decent looking cleanup. I'm not gonna go clean the whole vehicle because a lot of it's going away anyway, so I'll just kind of having fun with this, experimenting, see what I could clean up. So it looks like I'm gonna be able to clean this up pretty well. So as you can see the difference there, I'm not gonna go crazy like I said, because all the carpet's coming out, seats are getting reupholstered, a bunch of stuff's happening, but anything that I am keeping, I'm just gonna use a steam cleaner on, just to save myself a lot of headache and also just actually sanitize this. All right, guys, so it's far from clean or perfect, but I haven't really touched that side a whole lot as far as cleaners go. You can see that door in comparison to this one. These aren't a very clean looking panel from the factory, but obviously just because it's kind of a weird pattern, but it's a huge difference. And it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a clean slate to work with here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.